everyone. This is Business Manager Ron Bauer from Local 1049. As you should all be aware right now, the E-Board has voted to restart the election process. That being said, what I'd like to do is set the record straight for some of the literature, the allegations and the statements that my opponent has been making against my former business managers, my staff, and myself. It's very unfortunate that my opponent, who's been in this office for 18 years, has worked for us side by side. Never once did he ever have a negative thing to say. Never did he contest anything that this union did in the last 18 years. But yet now, for the last 12 years, he's stating that the union hasn't done a good job and he needs to take over to make sure that you are better represented, heard, and better contracts, and he's just going to do a better job somehow, some way. He's worked for 4 past business managers, and not once did one of those business managers groom him nor think that he was capable of taking that position one day. Because of the tenure that he has here, he believes now is his time. As a matter of fact, when he met with me on the day of the nominations, that's the first time he told me that he was running against me. Never did he once say that he was not on the same path as me. He did not have the same beliefs as me. He thinks the union should be going in a different direction. Not once did he even give me an indication that I wasn't doing a good job, nor was my staff, nor the previous business managers for the last 12 years. Patrick, for 18 years in this office, has always had the smallest amount of membership to represent and serve during his tenure. And I'm not going to get into the shortcomings that Patrick might have, but I can tell you this: he is not capable of becoming the business manager and running this union with all the things that you need to know and that you need to be experienced in and you need to have the knowledge of. Past business managers have told him many times when he wasn't offered the position, you need to show us that you want to learn all the aspects of this business manager's job. And that could be finances, that could be the outside contracts, that could be the inside contracts, medical benefits, pension plans, retirement plans, all those things he has never shown on his own that he wants to learn to show his business manager that one day he can be the person to replace that business manager. He's a nice gentleman, he's a nice man, but he's never had to say no to anybody. It was always left to the business manager when that needed to be happened. He's never set expectations for members that need to be in this position. As business manager, that's one of the most difficult things to do, is setting expectations and telling people sometimes what they don't want to hear. Patrick has never had to do that, nor is he willing to do that. He will offer you, he will set your expectations of things that he cannot sustain or attain. And that's what he's doing today, right now. He's out in the field promising people that there's going to be no layoff clauses for contractors, promising people that he's going to flip this staff around and he's going to clean house. And then the next day he's telling my staff members that no one's going anywhere. He only wants Ronnie Bauer's position. He's all over the map. He's inconsistent. I'm not even sure what plan he has for the betterment of this union. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and I can tell you this. I've been a business manager for 3 years. I have integrity, I'm honest, and I tell it like it is, and I will not mislead anybody and set people's expectations that I cannot attain, nor can the union attain. That is a fact. But I will fight every day, all day, and I'm going to fight for my rights, and I'm going to fight for our members' benefits, pensions, medical, good salary, everything that we're deserving of, we are going to get, and I will fight till the end of the day. This man is promising you things that he cannot attain. He's making promises that, quite frankly, people would love to hear, but is it factual? Is it true? My team and I have grown this membership since I've been in the office. We've grown our organization and our membership over 400 people. We're almost 4,300 strong right now. I'm proud of that. So all of these things being said, Patrick needs to be factual. If he's going to run a union, he needs to be truthful. He needs to tell the truth and not lie. To say things that the former business manager didn't like him. To say things like, our model isn't good. We don't fight hard for our members. It's just, it's nonsense. It's things that maybe certain people want to hear. It's things that people might want to believe. But the fact of the matter is, This union fights for our membership every day, all day. Day that goes by that I don't get up in the morning and enjoy what I do, and I come running to work to make sure that I can serve and represent my members to the best of my capability. And as of my staff, they feel the same way. And what he's doing to fracture that this union, and now you're gonna have hundreds of people that are not happy, that feel that they can get something that Patty can attain for them, is just, it's not fair, it's not right. It puts everybody in a bad situation. It makes this union weak when the union starts going in different ways. We need to be in a line. We need to be in unity. We need to be in this together, fighting it together, having the same message, and doing the same thing for all of our members. We have the respect. We have the partnership right now. Patty doesn't have that respect to those companies that we have right now. Matter of fact, Patty has no relationship with any outside contractor, for that matter. There's 7 contractors out there that he's never had a relationship with or partnered with. That's a fact. He has just displayed deceit, distrust, and his decision-making is just misleading people. He makes bad decisions. I'm the only business manager that has promoted Patty Cadiz to assistant business manager, hoping that he would feel a bit of worthiness, that he would embrace that position, and he would learn in that position, learning all the other aspects to become a business manager or to be a good assistant business manager. And he didn't show that. He's never been given the opportunity, but nor has he ever earned it. Patty has never earned this position. He's never learned the position that needs to be or needs to show that he can do this job. He just wants it because he has the time. In the office, he feels that his time is now. Just think about that. In the office, oh, I'm almost 58 years old. This is my last shot. I'm not going to be here much longer. That's why you want to become business manager? Because you have 18 years and because you're 58 years old and because this is your last chance? Really? Is that the reason? Is that the reason we should make him the leader? Is that the reason that we should put all the trust that we've had in our recent history of everything that we've accomplished over the last 80 years? We're going to let him and rely on him to move that forward for the betterment of the union because he feels he deserves it or earned it, because he definitely didn't earn it. And just because you got tenure doesn't mean that you're the right guy. Communications, political. This is what Patty's done. Run a union, negotiate contracts. He's been here 18 years. He's negotiated as a chief negotiator 0 contracts. Never has he sat at the table as a chief negotiator, even as a right-hand man of the chief negotiator. In 18 years of service that he's been in this office, he has never done that. That should speak volumes. There's a reason for that. The 4 business managers that he's worked under, not one of them thought that he was right for the job, and not one of them groomed him to be in that position. Me, I was the one that gave him that opportunity, and he failed. When I made him the assistant business manager, I was hoping that he would do the right thing. I was hoping that he would step up to the plate and learn this job. He never showed me that. That doesn't show that he's a leader. I'm very concerned if our membership doesn't see through the lies, through the misleading comments, through the statements, and through the literature that he has been handing out to these members to make them believe that he can lead this union to great things is frightening for me. This isn't about Ronnie Bauer. This is about the union. This is about serving the members as best we can. This is about having the best possible team that can serve and represent its members to the best of this union's capability. If you re-elect me, I believe we will continue to grow. We will continue to do phenomenal things, and we will continue to serve this membership at an exceptional level. But if not, and Patty Cadiz somehow gets elected, I truly believe that is going to be a downfall for 1049. I did not have aspirations of becoming the business manager when I first came into this job 28 years ago. I just wanted to be the best person that I could be, whatever I was doing, whether it was a building attendant, a meter reader, a lineman, a safety advocate, a business rep, and now a business manager. That's who I am. I will try, and I always try, to do the best of my capabilities no matter what I'm doing. That's my makeup, that's who I am. But it ain't about a title. It never was about a title for me. It's about doing the right thing and serving my membership and doing the best that I can for these 4,300 members is what I'm here to do. And I will continue to do that to the best of my capabilities. But to say that I'm not the right guy and that I don't care about the members and I don't listen to the members and I don't get good contracts. He can get better contracts. That's malarkey. It's just not true. He's not being candid. And that's the nicest way I can say it. Some of the things that this guy has to do and say to try to get elected, because he wants everybody to like him. He wants to be the guy, but yet he can't even get a normal MOU or special agreement without the help of a business manager, because whatever he starts, 99% of the time he doesn't finish. And again, I'm not going to get into the details because that's not me. I'm not here to berate him. I'm not here to knock him down, but I'm telling you, as honest as I possibly can, I believe I'm the right person, and I don't believe Patty Cadiz is the right person. So please, do your homework. Please listen to the facts. Please question some of the things he's saying of how he's going to do that. Again, this union is as strong financially as it's ever been. We're over $5.5 million in our general fund. Never have we had any of that type of money before. We were in the millions many years ago. We were in the hundreds of thousands in 2008, $330,000 at one point. Today, 4 years later, we are at $5.5 million. That burns me up a little bit that Patty Cadiz is going after guys like Don Daly and Bob Shan, two phenomenal, great leaders of this union that gave their heart and soul. They gave everything that they could. We do it because that's who we are. We are servants for our membership. And for him to berate them and knock them down because they didn't feel that he was the right guy to replace them, he dislikes them for that? Really? So that he has to make fun of these guys and badmouth them and say they didn't do a good job and say they got appointed? Meanwhile, yes, I was appointed. I was appointed in 2017 of January. And I was elected in March of 2017. So I'm an elected business manager. And so was Don Daly, and so was Bob Shan. But Patty has to try to twist that around and flip it upside down like we weren't. I mean, really? Are those the tactics that a leader should be using? Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it's reasonable or sustainable. These are the questions that you need to ask. This is the person that wants to lead the union by just filling you up, telling you all the things you want to hear. But the reality is this: we have a great union. We've done a phenomenal job. Our history shows it. We are the gold standard in the 3rd District when it comes to contracts, when it comes to unionization, when it comes to everything of that nature. Matter of fact, we're one of the best in the East Coast. Please understand that. We all want what we want, and we'll all try to get what we can get. We fight hard for everything that we do. There isn't a person that doesn't want to do this job, that isn't fit for this job, that's in this hall right now. We've got 65 plus years of experience in this hall that he's jeopardizing. Because one, there's a few people that won't work for this man, even if he wanted to keep him. What my opponent is saying, who knows? We don't know who he's going to be asking to leave or asking to stay, because I know he's making a lot of promises out there to certain people that he's bringing them in, that he's cleaning house, and then he goes and tells my staff, oh, no one's going, everybody's staying. So what's the truth? What is his plan? He wants to bring a ex-business manager in, and he's going to need all the help that he can get. God forbid that he ends up winning this election. And that's frightful. That's really scary. This job, you have to know a lot, you have to have a lot of support, a lot of help, and you have to have a good, strong team with plenty of experience. He is jeopardizing all of that. This is affecting all of us. Please understand that. This is real scary stuff, and I believe that if we keep to what we have, if you re-elect me with my staff, we have the experience, we have the knowledge, we have the dedication, and we have the capability of keeping this union strong and growing this union and making this union better. Thank you very much. Have a good night.